I was biting my nails all night last night, Harry, during that final cab ride to the mansion.
I know.
What a finish.
What a finish indeed. An amazing finish last night on The Amazing Race. In 16 previous seasons, no two-woman team had ever finished first. But this time, Nat and Kat made a mad dash through LA traffic and just beat Brooke and Claire to the $1 million grand prize.
4 continents, 30 cities, 32,000 miles. Nat and Kat, you have made Amazing Race history as the all-female team to win the Amazing Race.
And Dr. Nat Strand and Dr. Kat Chang are with us this morning to claim the big prize. Also with us, Brooke Roberts and Claire Champlin, the home shopping hosts who finished second. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Whoa, what a finish last night. So you fly from Korea into LA, you go to Long Beach, and you see these giant towers up there, and you freak out because...
I think everybody knows who watches the show. I can't handle heights. I'm terrified of heights. So I saw that and
I was a little nervous that she was going to go running in the opposite direction, but she was fantastic.
Right. So you're bouncing up and down. You get there first, and so then you're released then to go to the next place. A little disappointed that none of you knew who Sancho Panza was. But we'll leave that aside for the moment. You get to the place where you've got to kind of figure out all of this stuff and who are the people we saw win and everything else. How big of a lead did you have on those guys?
at that point, I think we were pretty far ahead. I mean, it's hard to say because we didn't even see them. So we did the whole challenge and then finished it, got back in our taxi, and then left without actually running into
But part of the thing last night was you get in LA traffic and then have to go through this traffic to get to the final destination. What was it like sitting in a car moving 2 miles an hour thinking, we have this thing in the bag if we can only get there?
Exactly. We had no idea if they were going on a more direct route and not in traffic, and if they were going to just swing ahead of us or not. So it was just, it was terrifying.
The only time we liked LA traffic. I know. Yeah, LA traffic.
Slow down. No, but we actually talked to a lot of people at the finish line because we didn't know. Either we're in the cab and we're going, we literally, and we meant that, we could be first or last. Because we didn't see anyone either.
Sure.
We flew through everything.
Wow.
So the whole challenge is done, done, done. If you watched last night, everything was so easy for us. And then we get up to the finish line, we see Nat and Kat. But sincerely, if it wasn't us, I love that it's them.
Yeah,
really?
Most definitely.
On my life. I said that when we started the race. We saw each other in the airport, and I show up, and I go, you know, we have to rally together and do this
From the
together.
very first time we went.
Brooke and Claire, it was so interesting to watch your relationship through this whole thing. Because you're the Energizer bunny to the nth degree, and she was always like this, and you're like, I'm going to get there, I'm going to get there. Stop yelling
Come on,
at
Claire.
me, stop.
Come on, Claire.
Yes, say, just
Come
one more time.
Come on, Claire. You can do
They've
it.
actually made drinking games off of that. You have to take a drink every time she says, come on, Claire. So
All Americans drunk while watching it.
So the other thing was you were about to get married while the race was being filmed. You have since then gotten married.
Married and now expecting a baby. And
Do you want to stand up? You want to stand? Can you show the bump to everyone? Come on, come on, come on. Take a look at that.
here he is, full flesh.
Wow.
The watermelon baby's on its way. So
we're going to hear Brooke say again,
Yeah.
"Go, Claire!
Come on, Claire!
You're
Come on, Claire!
Let's go back to watermelon, because somehow that video of you with the catapult and the watermelon coming back.
I've never seen that.
Never seen that video before, ever.
And then slow-mo. Here we go.
Yes.
Let's do one more time, why not?
And how will that be
great.
to have that sort of follow you for the rest of your life?
Thank you.
Did you think? Did it hurt? How hurt? Did it hurt?
Oh, yes. It hurt like the dickens. My whole side of my face, I just slightly turned my face to the right before it hit, so my whole right side of my face just went numb.
Right.
And I actually really didn't know what happened until Brooke came up to me and started pulling watermelon off of my face. And of course, that's exactly what she was doing. She was like kind of laughing, and I'm like, am I okay? Like, what's going on? And so medics came in, took care of it, and then I saw other teams coming up, and that's when we had to make the decision. It was kind of like, we got to get up and go. Survival of the fittest.
Yeah.
So
was there a toughest leg? I mean, when you look back at it all, was there a leg where you just thought, I'm not sure we were going to make it through it?
I think for us that leg would be Oman. We ended up with that same map that Gary and Mallory had that got them kicked off, and we ended up on the wrong side of a mountain range and just
took us 6 hours to even get to the first clue. And so that was just starting the leg. So we were exhausted even just before we even started the leg, basically.
And that was after a night of sleeping on a sidewalk in Oman with stray cats coming up to you. I mean, I don't think I slept for
the worst. We're all laying all next to each other, and these crawly alley cats are coming up. We're like, that was me the worst situation.
So that leg was really tough to get through. I was just exhausted.
That was nervous.
You know, now they showed previews last night for this next season, sort of alluding to people who didn't win that might race again. Can you say? Will you say? Can you?
Well, you know, we were asked, and we would have loved to do it, but Claire is pregnant.
So maybe the next Amazing Race.
Just you wait.
See you guys on the mat.
All right. Do you mind if I give you $1 million?
Oh, please do. We've been waiting.
Do you mind? I just happen to have a check right here. How about that? You know, I'm no Phil, but I've got the money.
That's all that matters.
So how about that? What is it like to have that in your hands?
Here you go.
Wow. That makes it a little bit more real.
Yeah. I'm not sure you can take this to the Bank of America later today and get it cash.
We'll try.
You should.
We've had tougher challenges in the last 6 months. So.
It was really a great season to watch. Congratulations also on being the first, I mean, the Final Four, female Final Four.
I'm so proud of that.
Way to go, dudes. Well done.
Good.
Thanks so much for being here. Really appreciate it. Nat and Kat and Brooke and Claire.
This portion of the early show sponsored by Big Lots. For all your holiday shopping needs, think extreme value. Think Big Lots.